so excited today, guys, because we're actually down at the Everglades Outpost. We're going to meet up with Chris and Gabby, friends of mine, and Casper, the famous Casper alligator. The training that Chris does is next level when it comes to crocodilians, so to spend the day with him is going to be absolutely amazing. The first thing we're going to do is get in with Casper, and we're going to get an opportunity to see what he does here, which is really, truly incredible. Then we'll get a chance to see some other animals that he's interacting with, learn how to deal with crocodiles and alligators. So if you guys were like, hey, I want to one day work with alligators, this is the guy to talk to. So we're going to have a great time here at the Everglades Outpost. Just a really great place, and get to know as much about this place and the opportunities that you can have if you're ever in South Florida. So let's go ahead, gear up, and get in the water.
How's that feel, bro?
It's cold. But listen, I'm a wimp, but it's cold. It's all right though. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been following Chris forever on his journey, and it's amazing to finally be here. Thank you so much, dude. It's the best. I mean, he's the best. There's no doubt about it, and I'm excited. So obviously we got Casper just walking over. In a minute here, I'm going to be able to get in the water. I will be behind a little protective area, just, you know, Florida regulations and stuff like that, but that's completely fine because we're going to be able to see just how Casper reacts and how Chris actually works with them, which is going to be amazing. Look at this little silly monkey.
He's so cute.
Oh my God, I love him. Chris, now is he coming at the sound of your voice, or is it word commands?
It's specific words, because right now I can sit here and talk to you and blah blah blah, and he's not moving now. Right. You know, so I can sit here and have a full conversation. He's totally fine. Come. He's so lazy. Casper, come. Come on. You're very lazy today. One of the females coming up on me too. So she actually has a broken bottom jaw. That female. Oh. Yeah, and her tongue hangs out.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll see it in the water. See here?
Oh, wow. Yeah, see that. Wow.
Now we got him over here. Actually see like his size. See how big he is, how long he is. He's about, I think last time I measured him he's like 9'7", he's like 250 pounds. And he'll come right up. Good boy. There he is. Hi, good guy. So he's very, very calm, very well behaved.
I mean, can you believe that, guys? That's a dinosaur that he has trained like this.
So I'm gonna call him over out of the way, and then we'll have you come in.
Time to get in, guys. So here I am in the water, and of course we've got this little just netting right here. So what is the normal experience like? What do we do?
Right, so this is a tour that anybody can come and do, right? So you can come, you can get in the water with me and Casper behind the safety net. And so what the people do on the tour is, well, what you're doing right now, you hang out, you get a very awesome up-close look at Casper, get to check him out. And then the other cool part is I have this underwater camera, and we shoot with this.
Oh my God, that's dope. Look at that, that's cool. Okay, so I've got a little bit of envy there. It's like your rig is bigger than mine.
So this is my underwater camera setup, and I know everybody asks, how much is that? So this whole setup's about $10,000.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's amazing.
This is what I do all my shots with, like when I was shooting the Nile crocs in Africa, or the sharks I go out, like tiger sharks, stuff like that. So that's all with this camera. I mean, this dome right here has been bit by alligators, tiger sharks, crocodiles. I've had everything on this.
That's amazing.
But so I use this to get really cool underwater shots of the guests with Casper.
With Casper.
Yeah, so he'll come over, so he's doing his thing, you see. And again, here we are having a conversation. He doesn't care about us.
Right.
He's doing his own thing. He's not interested. Casper, come.
Look at him turn
immediately.
That's amazing. And the thing that I find interesting, Chris, is that almost everyone I know that works with alligators is real loud. You're very soft.
I like to make a point about that because the whole gator wrestling and this kind of thing, like there's this very like machismo attitude about it where everybody's always like, Casper, come! And it's so stupid. And like they're like yelling at him, and all I gotta do is come. And see,
look at this, man.
And he'll come right up and over. Hi, big guy. And there he is, right? So you don't have to yell at them, you know, you don't have to like speak to them aggressively and be like, come here, you know, you just call him right over, he'll come right over, you know?
Look at that majestic animal. I mean, it's just amazing. It's one thing to see alligators, you know, but then to be like kind of right in the water with them like this is just shocking. It's just so, you'll never get old, dude. I mean, you can't get old for you, right?
No, it's so cool. And you know, like what makes this amazing too is even though the net is there, and a lot of people are like, oh, I want to do without the net. Well, the net lets you get this close.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you're literally like inches away.
I can literally touch him with the camera. I mean, it's ridiculous how close he is. And he seems very interested, right? Is he always interested in guests?
Yeah. So he wants to come over. He wants to see what's going on. And then obviously I call him over, and I can direct him really well too. He's really good with like directional, so I can make him turn this way or turn that way. Come. So we can do a circle. Come. And we can keep him going this way. Come. Go. Casper, go. Go. And bring him right over. Get him to stop. Oh, there's a leaf. He's chewing on. So he's always chewing on the leaves.
It's so cool to see you work with these animals. I mean, it's really inspiring, and I can only hope one day to have this type of relationship with my gators, because this is amazing.
It's pretty cool, right? And just be able to hang out with him like this, and he knows the drill, he knows the tour, he knows what to do. He's done this a million times.
Yeah.
Like, he knows exactly what his job is, you know. And he comes over, and I mean, look, he's choosing to sit right here. I'm not holding him. He's just floating.
Yep, he's just part of it, and he's a good boy. And for people that don't think that these things are smart, I tell you what, it's ridiculous. For
Yeah, yeah.
100 million years they've been the same, right? You know, look at them just kind of.
And like behavioral stuff that I know that like you would appreciate that he does sometimes, because I'm always telling people like he's very well trained, but he's not tame. So like if I were to reach out my hand and if I like slapped him in the face, he'd bite my hand,
right.
You know, and he's not gonna be like, oh, sorry, bro. Like he's probably gonna try to eat my hand, you know. Or if I feed him the food and I don't get my hand out of the way, he'd bite my hand, right? But I'm totally confident he won't attack me. Right. Like in that instance, you know, but he would bite me if I make him feel threatened, or if it's an involuntary feeding response, like I accidentally create a feeding response. But on the other side of what's so cool is how much he trusts me, where he'll come over and I can't make this happen, sometimes he does it, where he'll come over and he'll bump into me and he'll put his hands out and he'll put his hands in my hands.
Really?
And then he'll put his weight down. So like maybe he'll do this, we'll see. If I take his hands, no, come here. No, come here. Yeah, he's not gonna do it.
Oh,
see?
Still.
That's what I was trying to do. If I get his little hands, nope.
The thing I always find interesting whenever I watch you, and I've watched you do this 1,000 times, it's just how he'll come up and just like slowly open his mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think he's doing there?
Oh, he wants food. Yeah,
He wants
yeah.
food.
He's waiting for food. Just like right there. Like for a second, he was like, oh, maybe there's food there, because you have the blind spot in the front. So when he first bumped into me, I have to be careful. Again, like in that instance, like you do have to be very careful, because right when he bumps up in the front, they can't see right there. So I always have to be ready. Like, you know, he thought for a minute that might be food. And if I can reach him, if he sits, you gonna sit? You gonna do it? Okay. Maybe. Maybe not. Now he's gonna move. I wish I could make it happen, you know,
Right.
but like
It's just his choice, yeah.
yeah, but I mean, I've had him do it a couple times where he fully relaxes, and like that's so cool. And he's the only alligator I've ever had do that too. Like I've got a lot of trained alligators that trust me, and I can work with them in ways that, you know, like nobody else does. But that is very unique, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing. So tell me a little bit about the kind of mission that you guys do down here.
We are South Florida's largest nonprofit alligator rescue, as well as rescuing all sorts of different types of animals. We take in animals that people don't want anymore, whether it's a primate, whether it's a tegu, whether it's a tiger.
Wow.
Yep. We also rehabilitate and release whatever we can. So if, let's say, an opossum comes in that's injured, or a coyote or a bobcat, we will rehab it and release it back into the wild.
And you guys are doing kind of a lot of expanding. You wanted to say add maybe like a hospital unit on? Where
Yes, we are building a brand new gift shop. We are building a brand new hospital ground up. So it's going to have portable x-ray machines where we can take the x-ray machines out on calls.
Right.
It's going to have a surgical area too. So any of the animals, whether it's our animals that are here permanently or rehab animals, can have surgery or need surgery, our vets can come up and do it in-house. So that way we don't have to put them through the stress of being moved out.
That's so awesome. And remember, because they're a 501c3, that's not for profit. That means that, you know, they're doing this out of their kindness of their heart. So you know, come down, support them. If you're ever down here, I'm going to put all the links in the description, the address, everything. You've got to visit this place. It's amazing. And I'm telling you what, if you get in the water with Casper, yeah, that's a must. I mean, the place is amazing besides, but doing that one is absolutely the coolest thing you'll ever do. So show these guys some love, please.
I'm just gonna like kind of push her at the neck and try to just get her to back up. She knows what to do, she understands it, but we're not gonna hit her, we're not gonna strike her. Like I like to make that very clear. You know, I have a stick and people always think I use it to beat them. We never hit them. It's just to try to push her and get her to go back, which she does understand pretty well.
It's interesting because Cuban crocodiles are typically really willing to come charging forward, but in this case the male actually seems to be a little stubborn, and that happens, you know. Sometimes maybe he's just feeling like he doesn't want food. Whatever the case is, still really cool to see these amazing animals up close and personal, even if he doesn't want to cooperate and actually come up to us. Still an amazing animal.
He's gonna come and go in it.
I'm out.
I've been crocodile. For a while.
I'll show the camera. That was a big tooth, huh?
Definitely super cool that we actually had a bunch of alligator teeth, but now we have a Cuban crocodile tooth too. It's just cool to see the difference between the two of them, and again, they'll shed those teeth. It's just awesome to have them. Definitely got to make a necklace. All right, so the fun begins here. We actually have a bunch of rescue gators right here, and basically, Chris, right, you have to get these out because these are nuisance alligators, right?
Yeah, so these are all rescue nuisance alligators that are caught out of backyards, swimming pools, things like that, that are normally killed. They're usually shot and killed.
Right.
Because the only two options for a nuisance alligator over 4 feet is life in captivity or shot and killed. They don't relocate over 4 feet, so we try to give these guys a home instead of having them destroyed.
Exactly, and so Chris is basically doing a lot of training, but there's one alligator in particular that I've never seen anything like it before, and its name is?
Octogator.
Octogator. Let's check it out.
Octo. This is Flacco coming over, actually. He's big blind gator.
And what you might be noticing is that these alligators actually know their names. It's not just a vocal cue. They actually know their particular names, which I think is amazing, right, Chris?
Specific words. Like, we can sit here and have a conversation. They don't really care. Blah, 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 blah. So if you look at him right here, da, 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 I'm talking. Flacco. So then he starts moving up, right?
It's awesome.
So he knows his specific name. So he's completely blind, this guy is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he has no idea what's going on usually.
He's just looking for food. He's like, where's the food at? I know I got cold.
Yeah, I'll give him a little piece.
Exactly, give him that treat. That's just to reinforce again, you know, when he's called over, he's doing his job. Now you reward him, and that's going to keep him going. But what do we got?
We got Octo over here. Octo.
Look at all the teeth. Again, you know, alligators will shed those teeth out, right? How many teeth in their lifetime about do they go through?
So depends how long they live, obviously.
Sure.
You know, so each tooth, so an alligator is 80 teeth. Each tooth lasts about 2 years if it's not knocked out on its own. So it'll fall out on its own about every 2 years. So
awesome.
80 teeth, 2
Times
years.
2 years.
Yeah, and then let's say we have an 80-year-old alligator.
That's a lot of teeth.
Yeah, whatever the math on that is.
Yeah, you guys can comment down below about that. I don't know what that is, but regardless. So obviously, Octo is really an incredible animal because it's a mutation that actually has a
polydactyly.
Polydactyly? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, so it's called polydactyly. So like there's Hemingway's cats is a famous example.
Right.
Or there's a Russian Tsar family.
Right.
That also have polydactyly as well.
Wow, that's amazing. So it's probably a recessive mutation as well, right?
Yes, correct.
Exactly. So if it ever breeds, its babies are going to be heterozygous 4, 8 little toes, and then of course you breed those back, you get 8 toes. Not that you'd want to do it, but that is one of the freakiest alligators I've ever seen. As if Chris isn't good enough on his own, of course he's got Gabby, which makes him much even cooler. There's no doubt about it. Gabby, I've been following you for a long time. You're amazing. So tell me, how did you get going with this whole thing?
Well, I mean, I've been working with animals basically my whole life since I was 15. Then when I moved to Florida, I just fell in love with alligators. I got really lucky, and now alligators are like my entire life.
Oh my gosh. And again, I'm sure you guys have seen some videos with Gabby. I think the one that like went crazy viral that I was like, oh my God, that's amazing, is when you did the whole broom on the back. And it's kind of, tell me, is the alligator like it, or is it simulate?
So I was doing alligator shows at the time, so I would scrub the algae off their backs because they would get like slippery and green, so I would literally scrub them. And I remember I posted the video and you messaged me, you're like, let's make this go viral, let's blow this up, and you shared it and it just took off from there.
Yeah, it was so incredible, but you've done so many cool things since then, and it's really inspiring. And again, Chris and you are amazing people in the fact that they spend their whole life doing this, so that's why it's important for me to have you guys show them some support, because they are really wildlife warriors. It's amazing. Is there something that you're like super excited about? I mean, I know you work with alligators, you do alligator shows, but I mean, is it just crocodilians, or is it everything?
It's everything. I mean, we work with everything. We rescue everything. Anything from like a pig that needs a home dumped on the side of the road to like a 12-foot alligator in a ditch on the side of the road. Like, we will do our best to help it, any kind of animal.
I mean, that is just so badass. I mean, I can't think it. And it's so cool to hang out. Again, great people. So definitely links in the description. Go show them love. And if you don't tell them that I sent you, I'll be mad at you. So please, Gabby, keep being cool, all right?
Thank you so much, Brian.
All right, thanks.
Everybody's excited.
So Chris, give me a little rundown about like your philosophy when it comes to working with and training these alligators and crocodiles in general. I mean, it's basically, it's about rewarding them with food.
Yeah.
These aren't gonna, you can have a relationship. They know their name, but they're not going to protect you like a puppy dog. Or
Right.
like that.
So we try to keep a positive interaction where, you know, I'm giving them food. We don't want to have it be negative. You know, I do block them with the stick, but you never hit them with the stick. You don't want them to be afraid of you. So it's really, oh, here's Leo. Leo's pretty good. Leo. There you go.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That was a good pop right there, huh? Good boy. Yeah.
What you got to say, bud?
Yeah, so I've worked with Leo for a long time as well.
So how long is it that you would go from, say, have a rescue alligator, you know, you name it, now you start working with it. How long does it take before you can get to Leo, where he's going to come up for his name?
Totally depends on the individual.
Okay.
I've had some within about a week or two, and I've had some 6 months later. They're still full on trying to kill you. So before I got distracted by him, what I was saying is the balancing act is really getting them to understand, first off, when we first get them from the wild, that you're not a threat, you're not going to hurt them. So first off, he's going to be very defensive. He's going to try to kill you because he thinks you're trying to kill him, you know? So he's going to be very defensive at first. And then once he realizes I'm not a threat, then he's going to think you're food. And then he's going to try to eat you, okay? What I tell people is, you know, when they go to attack, no animal just attacks. If they're trying to bite, there's a motivation behind the bite. And you have to understand, why is it trying to bite you? And then you can work around to try to negate that reasoning for trying to bite you. So at first, he's trying to bite you because he's afraid. Okay, get rid of the fear. Well, now he's trying to bite you because he thinks he can eat you now. So now we have to give him to understand that you're not food, you're not part of his diet or anything like that. Just putting a piece of wood in their mouth because, you know, they're smart, you know? And so when they feel that, they're like, this is not what I want to eat. And this, you know, like you don't have to hit them or strike them. This just annoys them enough. And you see right there, gets him to back up. You never fully trust him. Like even that right there, like he's not trying hard to bite me, but that's just trying to test his boundaries. He's just trying to see like, can I eat him? I don't know. So like I always try to be ready for that, you know, and be aware.
Had an absolutely great time. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, Chris. This was absolutely amazing. Again, link in the description. Go show them some love on all their social media. Tell them I sent you. I'll be mad at you if you don't show these guys love. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Right over here is a playlist. You can rock a couple videos out. On this side, do me another favor. Can you subscribe to this channel? It would mean the world to me. Have an absolutely wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.